Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, guys. Celtic Warband here, and welcome to my first battle upload in Three Kingdoms Total War. And I thought it was fitting because ambush battles were integrated back into the most recent Total War that we start off with an ambush battle. So I hope you guys do enjoy, and without further ado, let's take a look at the army comps. The attacking forces on the battlefield today are commanded by myself, and let's go ahead and take a look at the three warlords and their armies that I've brought to the battlefield. And someone did comment in one of my 12-12 videos if I could leave the statistics up or the unit stats so that you guys could see exactly what they do and what they excel at. So absolutely, man, from now on I will leave them up in the army comps so that you guys can take a look at that. But my first warlord here is a Vanguard, Zhang Fei, and I hope I am pronouncing them right. I am going to try my best. But you can see we've got, I'll run through all of these firsthand so that you guys can see which ones they are and what they do, but I won't do this for obviously every unit. So you can take a look at Zhang Fei. He's got 39 morale. This is melee charge bonus. Then we have melee damage base, melee evasion base, armor base, ranged missile block chance, which it looks like he has 0, probably due to the fact that he doesn't have a shield. You can see that we have the melee evasion shield and the armor shield, which is 0. Then we have hit points up here. We have melee attack rate, melee damage, armor piercing, and then right at the bottom we have speed. So this is my Vanguard force, and he's brought 6 units to the battlefield. He has 3 units of mounted saber militia, and they are level 2. So instead of chevroning in this game, you can actually just put them up to level 5, I believe is the maximum. And you can see that in the top left-hand corner here, it says rank 2. And you can get that, as I said, up to rank 5. And my best infantry on the battlefield here, who are under the command of Zhang Fei, are the Protectors of Heaven. They're heavy glaive infantry. You can see that they're pretty solid as far as their stats go. They've got good morale. They've got a lot of melee charge bonus. They've got pretty solid melee attack. They've also got good melee attack speed and good hit points. Slower on speed, though. I think this is standard for an infantry unit. But you can see that all of them are up to rank 4, so they are very, very solid infantry units. And that is my first army comp all said and done. Then the second general I brought is way over here, Zhu Yang. He is a sentinel, and if we click on him, you can see his stats. So he's got really solid morale, really low hit points though, so you have to be careful throwing them into combat. And he's got really good speed as well, and pretty solid armor with 65 armor base. And let's zip across to the other side, and my third general is over here. I haven't obviously figured out how to face them the right way, because he's like facing the wrong way into the trees. But this is Xiahou Dun, my veteran. So he's the one that's probably going to be the best at dueling. He's got really solid armor, good charge bonus as well. Hit points are a little lacking though, only 25. And melee attack, and I mean, it's alright. His stats aren't the best though. You can see, I believe that he is rank 5 though, which is good. So that's pretty solid. And so under Xiahou Dun, I brought 6 units of the Jian Sword Guards, melee infantry. They're just medium swords, and they are all up to level 2. You can see that they are rank 2. And I really like how it breaks it down for you here. So the role being frontline units, they can block melee attacks, but they're weak against cavalry. And you can see their stats here. They do have the shield stat here, so they will have melee evasion, and they will have armor from the shield. So I'm assuming that these stack on each other, so they would have like 26% armor, but with the shield would be 36%. I'm assuming that's how it works, but as I said, I have 6 of them. And then let's zip over to the other side of the battle here. I'm trying not to give away the Defender's army, that's why. But under the Sentinel, I have 6 units of the Yellow Turban warriors. So again, role is assault. So the unit excels at charging enemy front lines, slaying all in their path. How fitting to have them in an ambush battle. Then they have good charge and good missile defense. Taking a look at their stats, they've got high hit points, which is nice to see, and they've got the melee evasion, but their shield doesn't really offer very much. You could see only an extra 2% on top of their armor. But these are the rebellion units, so I would expect them to be have poorer armor than the Han units, which would be really well supplied. But that is it for my forces, guys, so let's go ahead and take a look at the Defender. The defending forces on the battlefield today are commanded by Noob Nath, and just look at his champion here at the front. How epic does this warlord look? Very, very tough, but little does he know that his army is about to be ambushed. But let's take a look at his stats here. So we have Xiahou Dun, and he's got pretty solid hit points. You can see 54k and good morale. Pretty high on the, I believe this is the melee charge bonus, but seems to be low on the melee attack side of things. But he does have a good amount of armor, 55%, and a good amount of speed. However, no shield, so he doesn't have any of that extra missile block. And then looking at his units here, he's brought 6 units of the medium spear guards, so medium spear infantry. So their role is anti-cavalry, which I do have some cavs, so it probably is good to bring. They're good against mounted units, and they've got good missile defense. So you can see their shield offers quite a bit of protection. Range block is 45%. They've got 30 armor, and then I believe the armor from the shield adds a little bit extra. And they've got solid hit points, not too bad. So they are all up at level 2. And then let's zip down here to the next warlord. We've got Guan Yu, which is a champion. And he, again, has really high health, good morale, solid charge bonus. And yeah, look at that melee damage, 2.5k. That is pretty solid. And he's got good speed as well, good armor. He also has some ranged block, which is interesting because he doesn't have a shield. So maybe it's due to the fact that he has a certain type of armor. But he's also brought just 5 units of the spear guards, which we have already seen. So again, going for that good defense. And then right at the end here, we have Zhu Hiang, who is a sentinel. And he's got lower hit points, but he's got good morale. Looks like he is level 5. All of Noob's generals are at level 5. And he's got really solid armor, 65%, and 80% melee evasion, which is really good. And melee damage armor piercing is 2.4k. That seems to be the highest I've seen on a warlord yet. But he's just brought 6 units of the Jian sword guards, which are the same swords that I have brought in my army composition as well. So that is it for the army comps, guys. So let's go ahead and start this ambush battle. Alright guys, welcome to the battlefield, and as you can see, the swords of the Yellow Turban Rebellion are charging down the slopes here. Let's go ahead and get a little bit of a bird's eye view. As you can see that all of the spears have been taken completely by surprise. You can also see my Protectors of Heaven coming in from the other side, along with the melee cavalry. Huge charge into the flanks of the spears as well. So doing really, really well so far. The melee cavalry has such a solid charge, and then you can really leave it in melee for quite some time, which is nice to see. You can just kind of ignore it and not worry about it getting absolutely wrecked really quickly on. But we do have our first duel over here, so we've got Jian Yu versus my Sentinel, who is he here? Zhu Hiang. So yeah, you can tell that he is getting absolutely wrecked right now. Clearly, Jian Yu is a better warlord for the duels. But I'm seeing some of the spears for Noob Nath are breaking, which is excellent to see. Now, I was pretty crap with choosing my duels in the first couple of battles. I don't really know like which ones would be best for duels and which ones wouldn't be, so I basically was just accepting any duel that I came across. But let's go ahead and zoom out of there. You can see that Noob Nath is winning by quite a bit. But take a look at this battlefield here. I'm quickly trying to flank some of my Yellow Turbans around here because the Spear Guards are actually starting to break my Yellow Turban warriors, and they're also being attacked by Xiahou Dun in the flank, and they are actually breaking, which is not good. I don't really want to see them breaking this quickly on. Let's get a little bit of a zoom in of the battle as well. See the fighting. It's easy to tell which ones are the Yellow Turban Rebellion because they are in yellow. Just look at this. Already the dead are piled up high here. And look at that general just knocking back all of my units there. Absolutely crazy. I believe that is Zhang Fei as well, who would be my general. And here we go. Looks like we do have another duel. So Zhang Fei versus Guan Yu, sorry. And it looks like I emerged victorious. Oh, because he broke right away. Interesting. Very interesting. Now, my strategist is way back here. I didn't realize, or sorry, yeah, my veteran. He was running down some enemy units, so I should have been keeping a little bit better of an eye on my generals. But this is so micro-intensive, these ambush battles. They are over before you know it. Such a quick battle.
A duel has started. Our general must win.
We've got another duel started as well. And here at the back, I've got my Protectors of Heaven over here, really helping to make sure that none of the units slip out the back. And over here, yeah, I think Noob Nath is actually slowly winning this flank, which is a little bit concerning. My melee cavalry is holding strong, though, against 3 units of spearmen. So, like I said, they are pretty solid. They're up to 109 kills. Over here, I've got 2 depleted units of my Yellow Turbans fighting this unit of Spear Guard. And over here as well, more Yellow Turbans fighting this Spear Guard. And this general is pretty much going all alone against this full unit of Yellow Turban warriors. They are so powerful in this. Look at that! The horse even kicks over like 2 or 3 of my men. Absolutely insane. But there we go. I've got my Yellow Turban cavalry, the militia cav, I believe. Oh my goodness! Did you see him charge through? That guy went flying off his horse. Wow. Look at him riding through my men here. Wow. And just leaving destruction in his wake. Now, one thing, I'm not sure if you guys have seen it yet, one thing that I absolutely love about Three Kingdoms is that when the flag bearer dies, he actually plants his flag on the battlefield. So it makes for some very ominous post-battle screenshots, which to me is just amazing immersion. Makes it so cinematic. And I do also love that the flags are a movable unit now. I believe in Attila and previous Total Wars, the flags were just a static 2D image. They wouldn't actually wave in the breeze like this. So very good attention to detail here. Well, let's go ahead and get back to the battle. You can see the balance of power is with me, so I was able to break most of his infantry, which was excellent. However, this general over here, Zhu Yang, is battling my veteran. I believe that that's the only one left. Yes, because this one is broken. Xiahou Dun is broken. And I think, yeah, that's pretty much all he has left. Most of his other units are routing. So let's go ahead and take a look at this duel here. So, Gong Du is my veteran. He's exhausted and shaken. Look how much damage Zhu Yang is doing to my veteran. Absolutely crazy. Nath knows all the right times to use the special abilities well.
I am outmatched. Retreat might be best.
Oh. He's like fighting with like some kind of massive warhammer though. Oh, and there we go. Oh, breaks his neck. Dang. So there goes another one of my generals killed by Nav. And again, I think this is the only guy left. So I think I do have one more general somewhere, I thought. Or no, maybe they're all gone. So now Nath just has to take on all of my infantry that remain. You can see in the left-hand corner here at the bottom, I've got just under 800 soldiers, 13 units. So that's really nice to see there. So you can kind of have an idea about how much you have left. Huge charge on my Protectors of Heaven, but I'm hoping that they will be able to do a decent amount of damage against them. And I've got some Yellow Turban warriors coming in as well. Some more units coming over the hill. Oh my goodness.
Our men are running. The spineless coward.
I would not want to be on the front lines fighting this guy. Absolutely not. There we go, more Protectors of Heaven coming in. They just all get pushed back. Charge in with everything you have! Kill him! Oh my goodness. Yeah, so this is obviously the romance mode. In the records mode, which is what I'm playing my campaign using, the generals are not nearly as powerful. Oh, he's breaking his neck. Dang. There we go. And he falls. Excellent. And there we go. A Pyrrhic victory. So let's go ahead and end the replay. Take a look at all of the kills here. So for my general, Zhang Fei, I believe, 51 kills. Only 5 kills for this general, though I think he was killed very early on in the duel. And then 89 for this general. Looking at Nath, though, well done with his generals. Look at this, 419 kills. 7 on this one and 106 on this one. As far as his spears, I mean, they did pretty solid. Once they were able to get into a formation, they did rack up quite a few kills. These ones not so much, though. They were kind of overwhelmed, the swords at the bottom. Looking at my Protectors of Heaven, they definitely did some work, as well as the cavalry, pretty solid, 159, 113, 73. In the middle row, it's kind of a mixed bag for the Xian swords. 86 isn't too bad, I suppose. And then the Yellow Turbans did really well. I know that it seems like low kills on some of them, 48 and 58, but these are pretty cheap infantry, so they definitely held their own against the Spear Guards. But that is it for this battle, guys, so I hope you did enjoy. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this in the future, and I will see you in the next one.